welcome to this presentation. This presentation will look at innovative solutions for curriculum problems at TVET colleges, specifically in the Melbourne Rural TVET college situation. Now, if you look at the current curriculum problem at the NCR TVET college, we will find out that the curriculum is outdated, the curriculum does not respond to industry needs, and there's also a separation of theory and practice. Also, students are not exposed to career development. And if we look at what society or what industry is demanding, is we need a curriculum that is in line with the needs of industry. We need a curriculum that fulfills the industry demands, which acquire a high level of skills, and we also need a curriculum that can fulfill the demands of society. So, if we look at the scrutiny of the old and the present curriculum at the NCR TVET College, as already indicated, we find that the curriculum was never reviewed since 1998. And since the establishment of the QCTO, the Quality Council for Trades and Occupations, certain curriculums in specific programs was reviewed and implemented in January 2015. So in 2020, a new curriculum in computer-related subjects as well as communication was also implemented to bring it in line with the demands of the fourth industrial revolution. So if we look at the quality, the curriculum is also fully articulated and does not meet or match with the standards of provision. It also hampering the mobility of students. The present curriculum also falls short of quality measures, and this also leads to high levels of inefficiency. So if we look at are the NCR curriculum in line, or does it fit into the different industry? For sure, we will find that the TVET sector in South Africa seems to have failed to link young college adults to possible employment prospects, or also to be a feeder for the industry. This in itself, we can see that the curriculum is outdated and does not respond to the needs of industry, and also it does not prepare students for employment in industry. Okay. Also, that many of those dealing with TVET system also look at in the industry not as partners, but rather go and look for funds in the industry. They have also no desire to develop partnerships with industry behind funding. And most students in TVET colleges in the NCR TVET college does not find work in their field where they study due to the fact that the curriculum is not in line with industry. The focus of the curriculum is also based more on theory instead of the practical side. By the practical side needed by industry. Industry is also not involved when it comes to decision making regarding the TVET curriculum. If we look at lecturers' trainings, the skills and abilities that is needed in this day and age, we find, like for instance, that most lecturers don't have the necessary training. Also, most lecturers have academic qualification and not a professional qualification. And by lacking the professional qualification, these lecturers don't have the necessary pedagogical as well as didactical skills. Those who have a technical qualification is also below NQF level 5, and most of these lecturers in the college also don't have industry experience. So, whom have I consulted while compiling this presentation, or regarding the outdated curriculum and certain problems with the college experience? I've consulted students who say that the curriculum is too narrowly focused. Also, the students say that the current curriculum does not address the needs or skills to make them employable. Also, I've consulted lecturers. The lecturers have said the current curriculum is outdated and needs to be reviewed. Change is necessary to prepare our students better for industry and align the current curriculum with the current trends that are going on in the country as well as international. I also consulted the industry. Industry also are of the same view that the college curriculum is outdated and does not respond to the skills they need. They also feels like, for instance, that they are left out as stakeholders to be involved in our developing a new curriculum for TVET colleges. If we look at the articulation of the issues related to the identified college problem, we find out, as I already mentioned, the setting of underqualified staff which is not well trained. We're sitting with lecturers with lack industry experience. We're sitting with outdated curriculum, and we're sitting with students who lack foundational skills, which means these skills are not able to understand specifically problems that are related to mathematics or mathematical literacy, and thereby they are unable to construct proper sentences or to solve problems during classes. The reasons why those particular issues exist and in which areas. We see, for instance, that lecturers that are not professionally trained as lecturers and who are not in the possession of a professional qualification. This leads to that the lecturers don't really understand the subject content. These lecturers also lack the skills to transfer the subject content in the way the students can easily understand and also relate to everyday experience or to real life events. Lecturers also don't know how to teach or lecture effectively to help students to learn better and to ensuring the students are well behaved. Especially, we experience this in the NCV classes. The curriculum is also old and was never reviewed over the past years. We also find out that students are not prepared with the necessary skills for the job market. Also, as I've already said, that the students who lack foundational skills, these skills are contributing to the low throughput rate as well as the low certification rate in the college. Also, students are unable to understand basic concepts or are unable to solve problems. This in itself leads to a high dropout rate, but in the end of the day, influence the funding that the college received from the Department of Higher Education and Training. Who's affected by these issues? Normally, all role players who are involved in the TVET sector, especially in the classroom, the lecturers who lack pedagogical skills, they fail to provide students with the necessary classroom training as well as content knowledge for the different courses. The lack of industry experience and partnership also results in more unemployable youth who cannot be innovative in terms of creating job opportunities that might be useful for the local economy. Also, the industry reluctance to host TVET leadership and apprenticeship students also affect delays in students' opportunity to obtain their qualified trade person status. The campus also struggle to get internship for those students who have completed their studies. This also contributes to a low throughput rate as well as certification rate. The curriculum that is fully articulated also does not meet or match with the standards of provision and is hampering also the mobility of students. The present curriculum also falls short of quality measures, and this problem that exists in the TVET colleges, it leads to high levels of inefficiency. The solutions to these problems and issues, it is necessary that TVET colleges and universities should collaborate and develop professional qualifications. The college in itself and the campus should draw up a training and development plan and enroll such lecturers with providing the possible funding. Lecturers who are not exposed to industry needs placement in industry so they can gain industry-based experience, and with the outdated curriculum also needs to be revised and also bring in line with the needs of industry. Students in NCV needs also extensive early support including learning support as well as counseling, especially for those underprepared learners. Foundational skills need to be strengthened in order for students to reason effectively. If you look at curriculum solutions for identified curriculum problem, the curriculum need to be reviewed on a national level, which means there need to be a curriculum support team per program that consists out of industry experts to ensure that current work standards are infused into the curriculum. Also, we need change in leadership capacity, which means the TVET College sector needs leadership programs to help leaders to bring about curriculum change. We need placements of lecturers and students in the workplace. We need the establishment of a community of practice, which means different stakeholders or experts need to come together to see how they can enhance or strengthen this outdated curriculum. We also need partnership of industry. By the establishing of industry partnership, the college will ensure that students are provided with skills that are required in the workplace to compensate for the outdated curriculum. And the solution to our current problem, the one solution to our current problem regarding the outdated curriculum is the placement of lecturers and students in the workplace in order for them to broaden their industry knowledge, to learn about the current practices which is going on in the industry or workplace, also so that lecturers can be up to date as well as students regarding the technology and trends in the curriculum or subject matter. We also need to incorporate learning with practices of industry. We also need to learn our students' soft skills. We also need to bridge the gap between the curriculum and industry requirements. We also need to offer a curriculum that is applicable to the labour market. Also, we need to contribute to a meaningful way in addressing the skill shortage. Also, we need to observe the practical application of theory taught in the classroom in order for us to make better judgments against the outdated curriculum. The curriculum currently needs a very strong review, and this must come from a higher level of authority. I thank you.